Hello, everyone, and welcome. Listen, if you're preparing for your WAEC, JAMB, or NECO exams, you are in the perfect place right now. Today, we're going to break down SERDs completely so you can walk into that exam hall feeling 100% confident. So, why are we focusing so much on SERDs? It's simple, really. It's all about the marks. Every single year, this one topic is worth between 4 and 8 solid marks. Just think about that for a second. In a tough exam like JAMB, those marks can literally be the difference between getting your desired course or not. And this is not a topic you can just hope doesn't show up. Trust me, SERDs are always there, year after year without fail. You see them in simplification questions, you see them in rationalization. You even see them mixed into other big topics like trigonometry. So look, if you want to score high, mastering SERDs isn't just a suggestion, it's absolutely essential. Okay, so how do we make sure we get those marks? It all starts with building a solid foundation. Let's get right into the key rules you absolutely have to know. Think of these as your tools for tackling any SERD question they throw at you. First things first, what even is a SERD? Well, to put it simply, it's a root that you can't get rid of. You know, like the square root of 4 is 2. That's a nice whole number. It's rational, so it's not a SERD. But what about the square root of 2 or the square root of 3? You can't simplify them into a clean number. That's a SERD. It's that simple. All right, let's get into simplifying them. It's just a 3-step process. Let's use the example on the screen, the square root of 50. Step 1, you look for the largest perfect square that can divide 50. In this case, it's 25, right? Step 2, you split the SERD into 2 parts. So you have the square root of 25 times the square root of 2. And finally, step 3, you simplify the part you can. The square root of 25 is 5, so your final answer is 5 root 2. See? Not so bad. Okay, what about adding, subtracting, and multiplying? For adding and subtracting, just think of it like algebra. You can only combine like terms. So here, we need like SERDs, which just means the number inside the square root has to be the same. So you can add 3 root 2 and 7 root 2. But you can't add 3 root 2 and 7 root 3. They're not like. But for multiplication, it's way more straightforward. Just multiply the numbers on the outside and then multiply the numbers on the inside. Done. All right, I need your full attention for this next part. This skill right here is probably the #1 most tested concept when it comes to SERDs in your exams. We're talking about rationalizing the denominator. This is a real game changer. So why is this such a big deal? Just look at this slide. In maths, it's a golden rule. You can never, ever leave a SERD in the denominator of a fraction. The form on the left, that's going to get you 0 marks. The correct simplified form is on the right. Our job now is to learn the simple trick to get from that left side to the right side and secure those marks. So what's the secret weapon for getting rid of that SERD at the bottom? It's a powerful little tool called the conjugate. And it's so easy. The conjugate of something like a plus root b is just a minus root b. You just flip the sign in the middle. And the magic is when you multiply them together, the middle terms with the square roots cancel each other out and you're left with just a squared minus b. And just like that, no more SERD. And using it is a simple 4-step process you can follow every single time. First, you spot the denominator. Second, you find its conjugate. Just flip the sign. Third, and this is the most important part, you multiply both the top and the bottom of the fraction by that conjugate. And finally, step 4, you just simplify everything to get your clean final answer. Now, theory is one thing, but solving actual problems is where the marks are. So let's put these rules to the test and see exactly how they work with real past questions from WAEC, JAMB, and NECO. Okay, first up, let's jump into a classic simplification question pulled straight from a past WAEC paper. Right, let's break down this WAEC's question together. We need to simplify root 75 plus root 12 minus root 27. Now, at first glance, you can't add them or subtract them because they aren't like surds. So what's our first move? Exactly. We simplify each one on its own. Root 75 breaks down to 5 root 3, root 12 becomes 2 root 3, and root 27 becomes 3 root 3. And look at that. Now they are all in terms of root 3. So now we can just deal with the numbers in front. 5 plus 2 is 7, and 7 minus 3 gives us 4. The final answer, 4 root 3. Fantastic work. Okay, let's switch things up and look at the kind of trick JAMB likes to play. You ready for this? Now, this is a typical JAMB question. It looks complicated, I know, but JAMB often hides the shortcut for you if you're sharp enough to spot it. Just look at those denominators. We have 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. What do you notice? Yes, they are conjugates of each other. This is a gift. It means when you find the common denominator, it's just their product, which we know will be a nice rational number. As you can see in the steps, this trick simplifies the whole problem so fast, leading you straight to the answer. 16. And just to prove that this skill is crucial for all your exams, let's tackle one last example, this time from NECO. And finally, a NECO question. This is a textbook rationalization problem. We've got a surd in the denominator, root 3 minus root 6. So what do? We call on our friend, the conjugate. The conjugate is root 3 plus root 6. So we multiply both the top and the bottom by that. The rest is just being careful with your expansion and simplification, just like you see on the screen, and it will lead you straight to the final answer, minus 2 root 2. Excellent work. You've seen the rules, you've seen them in action. Now let's lock in the most important tips that will make sure you get every mark on exam day. Okay, time for a quick recap. 1. The very first thing you should always do is simplify each surd before you try anything else. 2. The moment you see a surd in the denominator, your brain should immediately scream rationalize with the conjugate. And 3. Know your exam. JAMB loves speed, so look for those clever shortcuts. WAEC and NECO might give you slightly longer multi-step problems. Be ready for both. And these are the tips that will save you. Please listen carefully. Number 1, and I'm saying this again because it's that important, never leave a surd in the denominator. It's an automatic 0 for that question. Don't throw away easy marks. Number 2, memorize that difference of two squares formula on the screen. It's the key to handling conjugates quickly. And finally, if you get an equation and you have to square both sides, you must check your final answers by plugging them back into the original equation. You have to check for fixed solutions. We've covered the rules, the methods, and the exam-winning strategies. You now have every single tool in your toolbox. So, the only question left is this. Are you ready to walk into that exam and confidently score full marks on any surd question they can possibly throw at you? I think you are. Go and get those marks. You've got this. That's it for today. Great job following along. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more easy-to-understand lessons. And hey, want to practice more questions and get step-by-step solutions? Visit www.examcat.com right now and keep learning smarter.